Hello everyone, this is the Magic Master, and welcome to Not for Broadcast. And okay, I'm gonna do some explaining once we get in the game because this noise is gonna get really annoying otherwise. But first of all, full disclosure, I have played this game before multiple times, as I'll show you here in a minute. But I never filmed it, and I realised it's been so long since I filmed that I should definitely play again. So as you can see, I've played it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times through, plus halfway through a different one before I realised, hey, I could just film this. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to start a new game and call it Team Challenge. And we'll start the game. So I'm going to skip the tutorial. I'm going to hang up the phone because I already know what to do next. This is Not for Broadcast. In this game, you control the news. I'll walk you through it. Hold on. So here I'm going to do this. As long as I let the phone ring, it won't start. So basically, I control the news. I hit these buttons here to pick the feeds, censor the swear words, play ads, filter interference, and all that. I'm gonna get started. I apologize for not uploading it forever, but I just haven't had the motivation to film anything, so I apologize for that. But here we are filming now. And yeah. Also, this game is slightly less appropriate than most games I play. There's swear words and all that. I'm just going to set up, we're just turning on the power here and loading up the ads. So yeah, this is, I recommend this. I think it's about 20 bucks on Steam. It's good fun. Okay, Exercise with Ham Sleeves, Alan James, and Crazy Neil. These are just ads, so that when we hit one of these buttons here, we'll play through the ads. Basically, these 4 screens are going to be all the different things we can change to. This is the screen we control. It's where the feed comes through, and this is what everyone at home sees, which is about 2 seconds after this, so that we have time to edit out swear words and stuff. Hopefully it'll make sense as we go along. Yeah. Oh, here we go.
You don't see food.
So yeah, we're running the National Nightly News. It's good fun.
Every day. You offer me prawns every day.
Probably going to not talk as much because I don't want to interrupt these things that often, so it's going to be... not going to talk that much. Speaking of which, I'm going to shut up so you can watch this.
Good evening, I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Our main stories tonight. Moving on up, the election win that experts said just couldn't happen. Hopeful or hostile? Controversy as global mega-corporation Remington Cyst buys Honest Andy's Totally Independent and corners the flowered market. Top chat. Sports fans everywhere celebrate as popular footballer Johnny Hamsleeves wins Sports Personality of the Year. And a spoonful of sugar. Megan will be chatting with movie star Lawrence Blunderclatch about his new movie, The Medicated. And, of course, we'll be going live to Advance headquarters to hear what the leaders of this fledgling party have to say on their historic victory. That's all coming up on tonight's National Nightly News.
Okay, that's the basics. As you see, this is still going on screen 1, but we hit 2 to switch to this, and now we're watching the intro to the show. Hopefully you guys like this. I usually find it's good fun. And I just needed something to upload because it's been over a month since I uploaded and I'm supposed to upload every Monday. So hopefully we'll get back into regular uploads now and we'll play through this game. Okay, we're going back to Jeremy in a second here. We can watch this in the rushes room. I'm not sure if I'll show you that. I'll maybe show you a little bit, but we don't have a lot of time because these take about 20 minutes anyway.
But first, the votes are in and it's a decisive win for Advance.
There's interference over here now off the God's stream.
With an astonishing 81% of the popular vote, is the biggest election win in living memory. Advance appealed to voters up and down the country with their bold promises of permanent change. But critics have accused them of a severe
story
lack of
changes
actual
after this
policies
depending on your
and of
choices.
being deliberately vague. The opposition parties have all conceded defeat to Advance's overwhelming mandate, but have yet to appear publicly. However, former Home Secretary Jeffrey Jeff has issued a statement in which he comments that we have all been seduced by the shiny wrapping paper, but have yet to see the contents of the box. Sounds like sour grapes to me, Jeff. After the break, Megan Wolf will be speaking to a man whose grapes certainly aren't sour, the international heartthrob and inexplicable box office sensation that is Lawrence Blunderclatch. And later in the program, we'll be going live to Advance HQ to hear the co-leader's acceptance speech. That's all coming up
2,
after the break.
1, ads.
1 minute back, everybody. Jeremy. I need you to fill after the ads.
What? Why?
That's the basics.
Running late.
Oh.
I thought I'd ask him about the election.
Personally, I wouldn't try to confuse him with any big words.
That's It's the same policy we use with you.
I thought that was our little secret.
He doesn't remember anything I tell him.
I'm deeply uncomfortable with your burgeoning friendship.
Good.
Yeah.
Happy time. Yeah, that's not the broadcast. Hopefully you guys like it. We're going to do all of day 1 today, and then maybe the text segment, but we won't be doing day 2, because like I said, every news day takes about 20 minutes to do. Yeah, it gets more complicated as we go on, but this is the basics. Oh.
Please tell me these aren't my cards.
No, they're the right ones, apparently.
We're doing an interview with a
This
movie
gives
star
me
now.
Nothing, Jenny. They must see that.
I know. I think they think you won't have anything to say.
Oh, for God's sake, come on. It's a huge day.
This guy is the worst, by the way. The guy said, come on. He's the worst.
I don't care, Rob. I'm not doing it. I agreed with one decent interview a day. I made that completely clear when we started. Check my contract.
Hi, I'm Megan.
Oh, piss off. You're on thin, bloody ice, Rob.
Like I said, a little bit less appropriate than most games I play.
Whole wheat.
Okay.
We're coming back from the break.
Get on,
Right,
Jeremy, ready for when we
studio.
go back? Because it's 10 seconds to
you so
live,
much.
so this is when you go live or when ads are
10
coming.
seconds, everybody.
And this is our audience. We want it to go up and not down.
Going in 5,
4, 3, 2, 1. To Jeremy.
Welcome back to the National Nightly News. Later we'll be hearing from shock
now I'm
election
going to
winners
edit through all 4 of
Advance.
these screens.
But first our very own culture reporter, Megan Wolf, is here with a star of both stage and screen. Megan?
Thank you, Jeremy. Megan Wolf, culture correspondent. And today I have a guest who starred in everything from Shakespeare to the Shotbot films. I'm very excited to be joined today by none other than Lawrence Blunderclatch. Thank you so much for coming on.
Oh, my dear, I do hope you believe me when I tell you that being with you here today is among the greatest joys of my life.
May I say, having you here with us is among ours.
Bless you.
So you've just finished filming your latest
I'll point out how
movie.
different his attitude is when he's not on the
The
camera.
medicated, yes.
Wow, what was that like?
Well, as I said to Peter at the Rat, that's Peter Jensen, the director. Do you know him? He's a wonderful chap, he really is. I've worked with him on several movies, all terribly successful. I said to Peter, what a wild ride this has been. What a wild ride this has been. I really meant that.
Wow, that is fantastic. And am I right in saying that the character you play in this movie is quite an academic one?
Absolutely right. A scientist.
Was that a challenge at all?
Oh shoot, that was bad.
Exactly, you're
That was
right.
too fast editing.
But seriously, yes, you're right. It was a complete departure from my last starring role when I played Sergeant Brock Rockman in Bullet Man. You'll remember that that was the true story of one soldier strikes for a love that surpasses all others. A love, of course, for freedom. I think it's grossed over $1 billion, but honestly, who's counting?
It's a role that saw you scoop 2 Best Actor awards, if I remember correctly.
It's so sweet of you to mention it, but I really am not in it for the awards, although those 3 little statues do take pride of place on my mantelpiece.
With all the others, I'm sure. So, if you're not doing it for the awards, what is it then that drives you?
That is a beautiful question, Megan, and not easy to answer. Like you, I'm afraid. Cut me, and I will bleed. And often, that's how it feels, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Bleeding, giving, suffering for one's audience. I suppose in the end, I do it for the difference it makes. I do it for the people that I inspire. The little people. But most of all, I think I do it for the positive change that I can bring about in the world.
And today, of course, we're in for some real change, it looks like, in the coming few months. What do you make of this historic election result?
Oh, well.
2 minutes to ask.
Well, now you're asking. Historic
I'm not
election
talking much,
result.
sorry.
Indeed. Historic is the word. Well, it's difficult, isn't it? Very difficult. But I think I've always been quite clear that when it comes to
I
politics,
was on that shot too long, that's why it went down
one
there.
should always strive to not fuck things up.
Yes, well...
Sorry, I said fuck. I'm really...
Well,
sorry.
Lawrence, I believe you brought in a clip from The Medicated, which opens next week around the country. Lawrence, do tell us what's going on here.
I'd be delighted. This is a really pivotal scene where my character, Dr. Lance Hemlock,
this
is
movie
faced
trailer is
with a
brilliantly
decision
terrible,
that
by
could
the way.
affect humanity's very survival.
Exciting stuff. Let's take a look.
I'm gonna dodge the interference here. This is truly looks like a terrible movie, but it stars this guy, and you can see this guy freaks out.
I don't understand it.
And Megan was specifically told earlier not to ask him about the election, if you remember, just when we went to ads first time. So, uh-oh.
It's not your fault.
You think I don't know that?
No, Lance, we mustn't. You, Carol.
Dr. Lance to you, Miss Flanagan.
Did it for you, baby. All for you.
I'm just dodging the interference here.
It changed the world.
I don't want to talk because I don't want to annoy you when you're trying to watch this.
Dr. Hemlock.
You told me, but I didn't listen.
Doctor.
I'm drowning, Lance, you said.
You need to see this.
No, it's all too late.
Look at this!
The virus. The sterility. This formula. This is the key.
We could stop it all.
Yes, we could stop it all. We have to ask ourselves
If we should.
10 seconds to ads. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and cut. Bum, bum. There you go, it's a national news here. We've got a minute and a half till we go back on air, but 70 seconds till we get the footage from the thing. That was an A, that wasn't great. Well, an A isn't bad, but I should have done better, but I messed up that swear word and I held on that for too long. I'm just going to give the content warning one more time here, because the next segment here, there's a lot of swearing in it. So, just keep that in mind before we start. As we do the acceptance speech from this new government, who will become a large part of the news in the coming few days. This game is in early access, I don't know if I mentioned that, so there's only the first 4 levels available to play right now. But the more they add, the more expensive the game's gonna get, so I recommend buying it now. It's great fun, can't recommend it enough. Yeah, I feel like I'm doing terrible at commentating today, so I apologize for that. I feel like okay talking here though, because this is just an ad. This is just an ad and there's no studio footage. Next couple of weeks we'll keep doing this. The Advancement Challenge will come back, the Team Challenge podcast will hopefully come back, and hopefully we'll finish Elevation Acceleration. That's our current kind of plan for the channel. Again, I'm so sorry it's been so long since we were back.
Apparently
we
he's
got
been
footage.
drinking since lunchtime.
Christ, he's unliability at the best of times.
I know. God help whoever has to bleep this. 10 seconds, everybody!
Okay,
I mean, a
I'm
lawyer
gonna
and a
do a lot
TV
of censoring
personality
this
running
time
the
round.
country. Seriously?
We've had worse.
5, 4, 3.
Welcome back. And I'm told we can now
4
go
minutes to
live
ads.
to Advance Headquarters, where the 2 leaders, Peter Clement and Julia Salisbury, are about to make their acceptance address.
Shall I start?
Go for it, Pet.
Okay, well, thank you all for coming, and, well, where do I start? What a day.
They said we couldn't do
They
it.
certainly did.
They used every dirty, low-down, lying, southern bastard trick they had against us. But you, the people, you saw right through their shite.
I'm sorry about the language there.
Sorry about that. I've had a couple of celebratory pints. Makes me coarser than the granny's fanny.
I did warn you.
Memorably put. But to be honest, who can blame Peter for celebrating? Throughout the campaign, you've heard us say that Advance are not a political party. A party's what you have when things are going well. When the country is suffering, you don't need a party.
Yeah, this is what I
You
control,
need a
this is what people at home see, which is why the
team
beeps.
that can change
The
things.
bleeps happen 2 seconds after they say the swears
But
here.
today is day one of a new future. A better, fairer future. So perhaps we should
You
all
can see everyone in the
celebrate.
newsroom
Except
watching
for the rich. For them, the party's
Watching
over.
my
They
speech,
shouldn't be celebrating. They should be putting their shitting pants on and opening their dusty checkbooks.
Again, colourfully put, but not inaccurate. Before we came out here to address the nation, we used our executive powers to pass the Assets and Wealth Act. Working with the tax office, we have produced a definitive list of every person in the country with wealth into the millions.
You know the sort of... Probably you rather you don't. Because the likes of you and me are
I
not
just used
welcome in
the
their gated
keyboard to do that there, by the way.
Tomorrow we will be
Instead
introducing
of actually
a
pushing the
sweeping
button like I've been
reform of
doing.
the tax system in this country. No more hiding wealth offshore, no more trust funds or creative accounting. A simpler, fairer, unavoidable set of tax laws.
So, all you bastard public school snobs have got nowhere to hide. And earlier today, we revoked your passports. You want them back? You want to leave like you threatened before the election? That's fine. But first, you're going to pay up. You're going to pay back.
Advance are going to turn this country from a nation of warring individuals into a team. To properly fund health and education. To raise the living standards of us all.
The pundits said we'd have to raise billions. But you'll see when we've reclaimed what's ours, that's absolute ferret shite. So to you posh twats.
The people who pay you a pittance to serve them drinks in their private clubs. The people whose children you raise.
So they've got time to get even fucking richer.
Advance have this to say to you.
It ends today.
We are coming for your sports cars and your mansions and your vineyards.
It ends today.
We will put the wealth of this country back where it should have always been. In the hands of the people who created it.
It ends today.
Yes, it ends today. And tomorrow, we'll start making it fair again.
It's coming in here.
Just like we promised we would.
And until then, ladies and gents, I suggest we all get pissed.
I can't argue with that. Thank you for your time.
Well, an interesting acceptance speech there from the leaders of Advance. And our apologies for the fruity language. Hopefully we got that bleeped out for you in time. If not, someone's going to be in trouble. So, as the country braces itself for new government, that's all from us this evening at the National Nightly News. We'll be back tomorrow with full coverage of the first day under Advance. I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Have a peaceful night.
And we're out. Good job, everybody. Same again tomorrow. Call times are on the board.
There you go.
So, same old boring politics then?
Is this some weird fever dream? Am I dying now or something?
You should be so lucky.
I'll see you tomorrow night.
Not coming for a drink?
No, got a date.
Lucky you. Try not to get murdered.
And that is the end of the first broadcast. Our notes is outstanding censoring, interference 3, and my editing was okay. I didn't do great editing, some points there. See here we had dull editing, dull editing, dull editing. Perfect censor though. Bunch of perfect censors, bit of dull editing. Yeah. A+, A and A+ is not bad with a final grade of A+, so that's okay. We can deal with that. Okay, we have time to quickly go through the archive, but we won't have time to go through the text bit, so we'll have to do that in the next video. So the archive is pretty simple. You've got all your adverts here, any ads that were shown we can pick. Our broadcast just means, you can see I've done this a lot, but the broadcast means we can watch back what we just made. We're not going to do that, but we will watch through some of these rushes, which is all of the different things that we already saw, but now we can pick what's in the back. So I'm just going to show you what we missed, because we had to edit around the title sequence and then around Blunderclatch and all that. So we just show some of that and we'll be good to go.
Good evening.
Oh, too soon. So I'm just going to walk through what we missed because we were editing around it. So like while this was on, people could talk. While the video was on, you know, that kind of thing. Thank God they added fast forward now, otherwise we'd be here all day.
That's all coming up on tonight's National Nightly News.
That's what I missed.
30 seconds back.
Seriously, that prick Blunderclatch on election night?
Yeah, Megan's pretty pissed off too.
I'm not surprised. The bloke
Again,
with no
mature
democracy
content
just
warning.
shutting his cornflakes.
Yeah, but he's hot though.
I suppose so, into oxygen thieves.
10 seconds, everybody. Your fragility is leaking. Going in 5, 4, 3.
But first,
So yeah, there's that, and then there's this. I've watched through these before, so I know which ones are worth watching through. If you want to watch through this thing that skip past, buy the game on Steam, and you can. I really do recommend buying this game, it's a lot of fun. I'm just going to fast forward through this a bit quicker. Because otherwise we'll be here all day.
Set, but we can...
Oh,
Lord's Hemlock is faced with a decision that could affect
watch through this, then we'll be
humanity's
good to go
very
for the rest of the
survival.
day. Be the end of the video is what I
Exciting
mean.
stuff. Let's take a look.
And we're out.
Rob, get in the car. We're out of here.
Mr. Blunderclatch. Mr.
No! I'm shutting this down. What kind of operation are you people running?
Mr. Blunderclatch, I understand you're upset, but we can...
Upset!
You don't know the half of it.
Rob! I'll be at the Dorset. Send up a bottle of scotch and a whole ham. It's in my contract.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just had to. I had to. Oh, go on then. Say it.
What?
I told you so.
Your hair looked nice.
See, this is why you're single.
That's pretty much it. There's a couple of things that happen here, but they're not really worth watching when we're this low on time, so I'll watch it at double speed, and if you want to watch it on normal speed, you can, if you buy the game. But I'll just show you it on double speed, so you can get everything that happens just in a bit less time.
well, an interesting acceptance speech.
Oh, look how laggy that is. Anyway, yeah, that's that. Would recommend watching it or buying the game. Good fun. And with that, we're going to end the video. Thank you so very much for watching. I'm really sorry it took this long to get a video out. Hopefully we'll be back with another one sooner than... Okay, I'm going to mute this. Hold on. Okay, sorry it took us so long to get a video out. Hopefully we'll get the next one out significantly quicker than we got this one out. Another way to say, hopefully I'll see you next week. Yeah, thanks so very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye, Team Challenge.